I think the Texans do want to trade Deshaun Watson, but what they're asking for him, nobody wants to give them. They're still asking for like 3 first-round picks, a second, and like 3 or 4 players. Who's going to give up basically? And like they want starters, so who's going to basically give up a quarter of your starters on your team to go, to Houston? There ain't nobody going to do that.
So Combs, what Tori is saying is that
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time.
Ain't nobody
for
got time for that.
So does Houston trade Deshaun Watson, and should they trade Deshaun Watson?
For all the reasons that Tori just said, I don't think they want to trade Deshaun Watson. That's why they're not coming down on their price. They don't want to move him. They don't like the way that he handled things. They think that, he was trying to skip town on them and all this, and he was for good reason. But that's what this ownership is about. This ownership is about, for whatever reason, this ownership is about making sure their players are unhappy, and that's what they're doing. I don't think that they want to trade him. I don't think they will. If they do, it will be the Miami Dolphins with their 910 first-round picks over the next 3 years that they have.
Right.
It will be the Miami Dolphins because they'll have the most to give and they'll pay that price tag. So, I don't think that the Texans want to.
So let me ask this obvious question here, because obviously Deshaun Watson is the best quarterback on that roster, hands down. Yeah. No questions asked whatsoever. And the asking price for Deshaun Watson, just like what Toy said, was 3 first-round picks, a couple second-round picks, and some valuable players as well. So are the Houston Texans purposely tanking this season, despite them winning week 1? That's just a hashtag there, or a asterisk, or whatever you want to call it. Are they purposely tanking the 2021 season to get a first overall pick, so when they do get those 3 draft picks, they basically have 4 first-round picks, and they could basically flip the whole team around? Combs, are they tanking?
No, they're not tanking. They are making Deshaun Watson pay for wanting to get out of town. Like I just said, they're not, so I guess in a sense, maybe they are tanking. But even with Deshaun Watson, we saw it last year. They were a 3-win or 4-win team. It's not, as great as Deshaun Watson is, they just have nothing there. There's nothing there. There's no defense. There's no weapons on offense. There is nothing there. And it's hard to watch sometimes. And I feel for Deshaun Watson. I really think that Deshaun Watson deserves to go to an organization that will allow him to be the winning quarterback that he should be in this league. So, I think they're tanking. I think it's more about making Deshaun Watson suffer than it is about tanking the season. They're willing to tank the season to make Deshaun Watson suffer.
So, Combs, let me ask you this question, because Deshaun Watson's still getting paid. Is he really suffering by saving his body for next year, adding longevity onto his career, and still making $100 million?
Yeah, because he's a competitor. He wants to win.
I mean,
he wants to win. He wants to play. He wants to be on the field. He wants to win a Super Bowl. And I believe he could win a Super Bowl if he went to an organization that wanted to win. And that's clearly not the Houston Texans.
Well, I don't think it's clearly Miami either, with having Tua as their quarterback. So, Tori, are the Houston Texans taking 2021?
I mean, but who are you tanking for? There's not like it's not like there's a Trevor Lawrence.
Spencer Rattler.
Okay.
Is not Trevor Lawrence, and you drafted Davis Mills in the 2nd round. So you're not tanking for a quarterback. Who are you tanking for?
First overall pick for extra picks, so you can move down and get
who they're taking for. They're going to take a running back with the number 1 overall pick. That's what.
No, they are going to sign David Johnson to a 4-year, $48 million extension. That's what they'll do. So my big thing is the only reason that they would have to tank for that number 1 overall pick is just Buck said, to try to flip it. But if there's no generational talent, or there's nobody that everybody's like, oh my God, I want to get up, and what do you do then? You're stuck with that first overall pick, and chances are they'll botch it.
Well,
so
I feel like the first round pick